All right, Clay, so what are your thoughts on the difference between your non-Z07 suspension and this suspension?
Oh, it's just completely different.
Hey everyone, our friends over at the Chip Miller Amyloidosis Foundation is now offering a brand new 2025 C8 Corvette ZR1 with the beautiful ZTK Performance Package and carbon fiber wheels in a beautiful Sebring orange. And so click on one of these links that's in the description or the pinned comment, and that'll bring you to this page right here that we're on. Go ahead and click on one of these donation amounts, and you will see that because you are a Brink of Speed watcher, you get 50% more for your tickets. Go ahead and fill out all your information here, click continue. Then you will fill out your credit card information and you will be all entered to win. And your donations go to an amazing cause. Chip Miller is the one who actually started Corvettes of Carlisle in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And he got the amyloidosis disease and was gone within about 3 months. And so this goes to that foundation to find a cure. But ladies and gentlemen, good luck on this new ZR1. I cannot wait to see who wins. Hello everyone and welcome back to Brink of Speed. Today I am at an amazing car show, but I'm here to take a ride with a couple of gentlemen who have been on my channel before. One is Clay and the other's Errol. They both have beautiful Z06s. One is a Z07 package Z06 and the other is a non-Z07 package. You can't tell them apart too well though because they both have the Z07 aero. But they want to ride in each other's cars or drive each other's cars and find out if they truly ride a lot different than each other. So one owns the Z07 and he's kind of like, rides pretty rough. The other has the non-Z07, he loves his ride. So they kind of want to trade places and tell you guys, the audience, how much different are they really in the ride. All right guys, so this is Clay. You've seen him on my channel a couple times. That's Errol. You've seen him on my channel a couple times as well. This is Clay's 2024 Z06 with the non-Z07 package. And this is Errol's 2024 Z06 with the Z07 package. Clay and I are gonna jump in Errol's car and go for a ride, and he's gonna let us know what he thinks about the difference in the suspension.
I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, that never gets old.
No. You ready for this, Mike?
I'm ready.
I have no idea what to expect here because, as you know, Chevy doesn't let you test drive one. I couldn't test drive one before I bought mine. So I may have fear of missing out. We're gonna find out if FOMO is rocking my world or not.
Let's check it out.
Won't we?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So Errol has the beautiful tension blue and twilight blue interior. He's got the big old comp seats in here. And he has the Cup 2Rs on here as well, which make... Did it feel a little different in the steering to you?
You know, when you got a four-wheel drive and you leave it in four-wheel drive,
right?
And it's kind of stiff like that is.
Yes, that's what those Cup 2Rs do. Mm-hmm. So the other thing that we have in here are their window stickers, and this is really going to blow some people's minds. They both have the same starting price, $136.50, because they both got 3 LZ convertibles, $136.50. And then their end price is literally $2,000 different. So $158,785 versus $156,520. All right, we're about to get out on a normal road here. But meanwhile, before you hit that open road,
back at the ranch?
Exactly, back at the ranch.
I can tell right away that the steering is stiffer and the drive is stiffer.
Yeah, and you have it in tour mode.
I've got it in tour mode.
Yeah. So it's on the plushest ride.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I could get used to this. Now, I don't know if Mom would like going to hot springs in this, but I could get used to this.
Yeah?
It is bumpier. It is bumpier. That's pretty incredible.
I mean, just feeling this in the passenger side, I do feel a difference now that I have ridden in a Z07 again, because it wasn't too long ago that I drove a non-Z07. But I am anxious to feel your car too.
Yeah.
Just to see, you know, the massive difference that, or not massive, but the
difference.
The difference.
It's subtle, but it's certainly there. Yeah. And I like the way these seats feel once you're in it, you know, for my height and weight. Hugs you a little, but it was difficult getting in and out.
And you have the GT2 seat.
I have the GT2 seat.
He's got the GT3 comp. So there is quite a bit of difference between those two seats. Mainly being this bolster right here, which will really hurt your leg if you don't get in and out of this car correctly. Mainly getting in.
Man, it's nice to be able to drive somebody else's Z06. You know, and having had one, I feel, you know, comfortable. I don't feel like I'm going to mess up Aero's car. So
right.
Thank you, Aero, for letting me drive it. It's pretty awesome.
Let's hit that Z button. Woo!
Man.
All right, now let's see what you think about the suspension.
Oh, it's all dialed up.
It's all dialed up.
Look at that.
Yeah. So, and you know what yours feels like, so.
I like the way those tires grip.
Oh yeah.
I can feel that. Now it's adding to the non-smoothness of this ride, but I mean, I can definitely feel the difference between these tires and those PS4s.
What about the brakes?
Haven't tried them yet.
So what do you think about the track mode suspension?
It's it's another level. Another level. It's awesome.
Yeah?
You know? Yeah, and I like also having the opportunity to experience different interiors.
Oh yeah, this interior is beautiful. I love it.
I love this interior. To be honest, I like mine better.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, it's got that carbon level too.
Oh yeah.
You guys will see it. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, he does have the level 2 carbon.
Yep.
All right, Clay. So, what are your thoughts on the difference between your non-Z07 suspension and this suspension?
I made the right call. I drive mine. You know, my wife and I go traveling in it. She's got a hurt back too. She just had back surgery. So, yeah, I would not get the Z07 package, but I got to be honest, I'm digging on these brakes. Just from the appearance alone. You know, I had the Z07 package at the very end of my priority list, I had a budget in mind. I hit my budget, and I didn't know what the car payments were going to be. You know, Mike, you and I talked about how when you're buying one of these, you got trade-ins and you've got interest rates, and everything factors into that monthly payment. $156,000 is more than I paid for my first 3 homes, just to put it in perspective. But knowing now what I know, knowing that I could afford another $8,000 worth of options on my bed, I would certainly get the carbon ceramic brakes.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, those are kind of a no-brainer in my opinion, if you can afford them, because not only do they keep your wheels clean, once you break them in, they bite super hard in braking, and like you said, they are beautiful to look at. You know, they change the game when you're looking on the outside of the car at the wheel and tire and brake setup. It really makes it look more exotic than the current.
And don't underestimate the vanity of an old man. I mean, I don't need those brakes. My car brakes on a dime.
Right.
Just the looks and going to coffee and Corvettes, I would like to have it just so people can come and do that whistle.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I would love for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, you live and you learn. I'm still happy that the one I own, and it was great to drive in Errol's car and feel what that suspension is like. And with that in mind, I think I made the right choice.
All right, so there you have it. You heard it straight from Clay's mouth that he would rather have his car, which is the non-Z07. There's going to be people on here that say, you know what, I don't care about the stiffness. I want that stiffness. But there's going to also be a lot of people on here that are going to thank you for doing this drive, because now they're going to know, okay, let's not go with the Z07. And if I want the brakes, I can still get the brakes.
Yeah.
And you got the aero anyway.
I got the aero anyway.
So if you want the aero and the brakes, get them both, and you'll have the looks without the discomfort of the stiffer ride.
There you have it.
A few moments later.
All right, now I'm in Clay's car with Errol. And Errol's going to let us know what he thinks about the non-Z07 suspension.
All right. I got a sneaking suspicion I already have a premonition of which one I'm going to prefer.
Sure.
But let's test it and see.
All right, so here we go out on the main road. We're going to see what Errol's reactions are to the softer non-Z07 suspension.
You know, from the time I got in it and started, as we were leaving the parking space, I knew that this was going to be a lot better ride. I mean, if I were going to be on the track all the time, you know, I would keep the racing slicks on it. But now, for back street driving, you know, there's just no comparison.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just so much more comfortable. And the thing I think I'm also going to find is it's quieter. So let's see.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you're going to find that as well.
And this is a good street. Hillcrest to test it.
Sure.
Oh, it's just completely different.
Yeah, you're driving on 4S tires as well instead of the Cup 2Rs. There we go. Now you've got the hardest suspension that you can put on this car, so it's in track mode.
This probably feels like my car in my normal mode.
Tour mode, yeah.
Tour mode.
Yeah. I would tend to agree with you.
Yeah, it absolutely replicates it.
Yeah.
You know, it also feels, it just feels, the handling feels better.
Really?
Yeah.
See, he said the same thing about your car.
Yeah, I don't know. I just,
Maybe it feels a little more planted because it's not as bumpy.
Yeah,
Maybe?
think
I don't know.
That's possibly it. But you know, I'm for sure going to get all-season tires after doing this.
Yeah.
I was wondering what it was going to be like, and now I know. Just no comparison.
Sure.
Nothing wrong with you know, the slicks, but
So let people know why you decided to go with Z07 over a non-Z07.
well, just the resale value.
Okay.
That's basically, it's like the 7 speeds are for the ZR1s,
Right.
the 2019 ZR1s.
Sure.
You know, I wanted the competition seats. I wanted the Z07 package.
Yep.
So I would have everything, and knowing fully well, because I do have a 2019 ZR1, I know what tires can do to the overall ride.
Sure.
I have all-weather tires on my ZR1, and all I have to do is go back to my factory tires in order to get the competition feel.
Right.
But they were just so much. The all-season tires are so much quieter, and it feels more planted, you know, on a normal drive.
Sure.
And the other thing that I really dislike is in cool weather, is when you try to back up or have a sharp turn, you get that
Skipping.
skipping
Yeah.
feeling, and I really dislike that. Yeah, for me, I mean, even driving at this speed, you know, at 20 miles an hour, you can definitely feel the difference. It's just night and day.
Now, does this make you wish you wouldn't have gotten the Z07 package?
No,
Okay.
I want the Z07 package because I knew from my old 2019 ZR1, I knew that I could tame the suspension for a more drivable city driving kind of experience.
With the tires?
With the tires,
Yeah.
tires alone. I
Okay.
could quiet it down, and it also so much smoother.
Sure. All right. Well, thank you very much, Aero, for doing this video with us. It was a very good idea that you guys had to do this.
Good.
And I really believe that the folks out there are going to appreciate the two point of views that you guys have on the two
Excellent.
different suspensions. So,
Well, I hope it's
appreciate it.
helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you.
I was telling Mike I'm headed to Discount Tire.
To get some all
Oh,
seasons.
wow. He likes his ride, and I like better,
I
huh?
like the ride better. I don't like the skipping. I like the quieter ride, but yet it's still a Z06 ride.
It is nice. It's powerful.
Oh, yeah. So-
You could tell a difference?
Oh, big time.
Big time. I
Yeah.
thought there was a difference too.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the feel of your tires, but it wouldn't work for me with all the cross-country driving I'm doing. I hear that if you get in rain,
Yeah, you're not doing
Yeah,
so
we didn't
hot.
even talk about rain.
Yeah.
You know,
you got to have a day like
or
today.
real cold weather. You
Oh,
know?
yeah? Yeah.
I don't have a very comfortable feel on anything under about 40.
Errol's the only guy I've ever let driven my car.
Hey,
You know?
And vice
okay,
versa.
that's
Perfect.
good. That's good.
That's a Corvette community.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. That's what I love about the Corvette community. You guys have made friends. Now you guys have similar cars and you guys let each other drive them. And now the rest of the Corvette community knows what to do when ordering a Z06.
Yeah.
I think it's still going to be a challenge.
It is. It definitely is, but you guys have helped.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll have- hope-
So-
hopefully
Well, I hope
we
it's
get
been
them.
helpful.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So thank them big time. Give them a big thumbs up. I hope each and every one of you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys out on the road.